What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Looks like the Clippers and the Timberwolves have some mutual interests in regards to a trade that, could possibly better the Clippers situation and or could make their situation worse. Now, I look at this possible or proposal of a trade as a negative to me specifically, only because of what would have to be given up for this one player. Now, the one player I'm talking about in the trade, possible trade acquisition that is looming right now for the Clippers and Timberwolves in talks in regards to the trade would be for D'Angelo Russell. Now, I've said before, D'Angelo Russell, many videos ago, I said I spoke on him briefly, but I said he is a decent player. He is a good player, and he is, he's getting better. He's developing more into the player I thought he would be, which would be a good, solid role player, possible / all-star, maybe 1 or 2 years in his career. I think maybe he could make one all-star game possibly in his career at some point. I'm not sure if it's now, but I don't know if he's definitely ready to help a team win a championship. And let's face it, that's where the Clippers are. They're trying to win a championship. They're not trying to do anything less than that. So if it's not championship talk, it's not even worth talking about at all. And so the proposal trade would be D'Angelo Russell for Luke Kennard and Marcus Morris. Now, to me, it wouldn't make much sense to get D'Angelo Russell simply because D'Angelo Russell is he's more of a point guard, but he also is a shooting guard as well. And that's kind of what we have in Reggie Jackson. And, honestly, Reggie Jackson plays that position for us really well in LA for a way cheaper price. Now, D'Angelo Russell is old. I think 30 or 40 million left on his contract going up into this next season. And like I said, Reggie Jackson his contract is half of that, and he can produce the same type things. Now, I will say this, he can't play the point guard level as high as D'Angelo Russell because I feel like D'Angelo Russell has played more point in his career than Reggie Jackson has. So I will say this, D'Angelo Russell can play the point a little bit better because, this past year he averaged 18 points a game, 7 assists, and he shot 41% from the field, which is, pretty damn good. That's no numbers to laugh at. That's just pretty good numbers for a solid point guard, who definitely knows how to play within his means. Sometimes he can pull the trigger a little too fast, but he definitely kind of knows how to play within his means. And he definitely was a big part of the reason why, Minnesota made the run that they did, getting to the playoffs and everything, and getting past the play-in tournament, and, putting up a good fight in the later rounds. So, I definitely got to give him credit there. He's definitely developed himself a lot since I seen him on the Lakers a long time ago when he first got into the league. He definitely changed his game some in regards to, knowing when to kind of score and still being a decent facilitator and all those things. His turnovers, well, they're not bad, but I'm just saying he's definitely a solid player in the NBA, and I definitely could see him being on a team where he can help them or be a part of a team that can win a championship, but just not right now. I don't know. I feel like he's still in his young stages of playing rather than more of his mature stages of playing basketball, because I don't see him, playing at an elite level like that where he has that type of, respect amongst his peers and everything on the floor. He's a solid point guard, but he's not one of those point guard / shooting guards that can, take your franchise to the next level or something like that. He doesn't have that type of way about him, and he doesn't have the experience too much as far as playoffs and big game moments. And see, that right there is another thing that hurts him to me in his case in regards to possibly being traded to the Clippers. Like, without that experience, without that, that background like that, it's kind of like, well, he is a solid point guard, but the Clippers are trying to win a championship now. If you're trying to win a championship now, you need somebody a little bit more seasoned, somebody who might have played a few more years. Maybe, you need a point guard that plays more within his means in regards to not looking to score, but looking to actually, facilitate first and understand that first and score when his opportunities come. D'Angelo Russell at times likes to, put the ball in the basket. At times he likes to be, he likes to show out, on the court. You know what I'm saying? He likes to put up 25, plus points here and there, which is not bad. It's good for your point guard to have breakout games, good games like that. But there's some time where he starts shooting the ball a little bit, getting a little bit, he's not gun shy at all. So he's definitely going to pull the trigger. So there's times where he does that a little too much. And like I said, his immaturity still shows sometime on the court. And then, like I said, it could be due to the fact that he's playing on a young team, and he is young himself, playing on a young team with Anthony Edwards and, Karl Anthony Towns and all them. So your environment definitely makes a difference, but I just don't think that, he's ready for the level of winning a championship now. I don't think he's in that type of mind state. And like I said, getting somebody like him, you probably have to make him the starting point guard. And if he's your starting point guard, I'm not sure the Clippers could win with him because, like I said, I just don't think he's mature enough as a player yet, or his game is developed to that level yet. So to me, getting him and letting go Luke Kennard, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and Marcus Morris, putting them on a team like the Timberwolves, I feel like you kind of make the Timberwolves a better team. I really do. I feel like the Timberwolves would gain more from that than the Clippers would gain from their trade acquisition if they got D'Angelo Russell. That's just my opinion because, like I said, you're giving them a better shooter in D'Angelo Russell. You're giving them a player who, and Luke Kennard, who's developing into, like I said, a top shooter in the league and just a really good all-around player, and Marcus Morris, who's still got a little bit left in the tank himself. And like I said, him playing against the Clippers, he would enjoy beating the Clippers as well if he got traded to a team like the Timberwolves, the same way Patrick Beverley did. And like I said, with Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, and they got Patrick Beverley, you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that would be making the Timberwolves a better team than what they already are. Really, they would lose D'Angelo Russell, but hell, they really don't even want to, fixate, on his, focus on his contract going forward anyway. There's a lot of talks before when the season went out, he wasn't going to be a part of the plans going forward in regards to, them as a team anyway. So they don't feel like they'd be losing anything. So, I mean, if I were the Clippers, I definitely wouldn't go through with this. I definitely would let it slide, let it pass me by. I mean, because really, like I said, the Timberwolves would be more loaded than the Clippers. You'd be taking away some of your depth. And you're getting a player in D'Angelo Russell where he's still, like I said, he's a good player, but championship caliber point guard where you can actually implement him in a team like this where he could flourish. I believe he would, but I don't believe he's the type of point guard that can get you over the hump. You need more of an experienced type point guard, or you need a point guard where, his assist to turnover ratio is either the best in the league, like a Tyus Jones, who shoots the 3-pointer at a better percentage, and who, plays more in control of his game at times. Whereas, if you get somebody like D'Angelo Russell, you don't know what you're getting out of him. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of immaturities, a lot of holes in his game still. Whereas a lot of other point guards, like the ones I've named, I've said Goran Dragic, I've said Malcolm Brogdon, I've said, point guards like that, point guards who's either been in championship, form before, or point guards who've been in the league long enough and where they play at a different speed, a different level where it fits more of what the Clippers are trying to do. And I feel like, I don't feel like D'Angelo Russell really fit with the Clippers like that, in regards to the way they play and how they run their offense and everything. I feel like he would disrupt the momentum rather than actually help it. And like I said, I don't feel like they should get rid of Luke Kennard or anybody like that for a player like D'Angelo Russell. They could save Marcus Morris and keep him and maybe try to find somebody else out there, and definitely save Luke Kennard because he's your best 3-point shooter on the team, I believe. So percentage-wise, I believe maybe between him and maybe another player on there, but still, I don't feel like they should get rid of him either, especially for a player in D'Angelo Russell that the Timberwolves don't even want, or they feel like they can win without D'Angelo Russell. So why in the world would the Clippers need him? You see what I'm saying? The Clippers trying to win a championship. the Timberwolves trying to make it to the second, third round in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? So the logic and the everything is different. The atmosphere is different. So the Clippers are going to have to be more selective. I don't think D'Angelo Russell's the guy at this point in time. I feel like they should look for, another point guard, maybe a backup point guard, or somebody a little bit more, I don't know, less gun, a little bit less gun shy, or don't shoot the ball as much. Look to pass first and really actually, shoot the ball later, and assist to turnover ratio. They gotta look at all that, because that's gonna build a championship roster and complete the championship roster. So they can't just get any type of point guard in there. So I definitely need to look past this one and maybe try to find somebody else and see what else is out there. If they're, of course, I know they're trying to look for a point guard, but I don't really think D'Angelo Russell's it. There's other options out there, but we'll see what happens, and we'll see how it goes. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos as always. And hey, Khaliis out.